Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome. This is Angela Hayes, your host here at the Angela Hayes podcast,
Come on,
Life with No Limits. I
life.
want to welcome those that are coming in here this evening. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone is having a fabulous day and that you are staying dry and safe. We are here again on Tuesday with this podcast. Just glad to be here. Just grateful for this opportunity with my co-host and
Yeah,
hey, Mr. Nice himself,
yeah,
Mr. Kenji
yeah. Yes, she
Johnson.
get to say she always get that government name.
Got to,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
got
ma'am. But I'm
to.
I'm glad to be here. How
Yes.
how you feeling?
I am feeling great. Once again, this is our third episode, and I'm so grateful for those that are joining, those are joining live, and those that will see this video. But those that are joining live, do me a favor. When you come in, put it in the chat, in the comments, where you are tuning in from, what city and what state that you are tuning in from. We definitely want to give you a shout out, and we are grateful for you being here with us on the podcast.
Right, right.
So, also, those that are on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, please be sure to like, subscribe if you have not, and hit the bell so that you can get the notifications every time that we go live. And we are also streaming from Instagram today.
Instagram, yeah. Instagram is
Yeah,
working
so
today. Yes,
okay,
ma'am. Yes,
appreciate
ma'am.
that here at
Yeah.
GMT Broadcasting. So we are on our Facebook business page as
hmm
well as our Instagram page and our YouTube channel. Hello, hello, Miss Carmen. Thank you for joining from Katy, Texas. Katy is in the house. Who else do we have out there? Where are you from? Tell us, and we want to shout you out as we go along in this podcast.
Yes,
So,
yes.
how you doing today,
You know what?
Kenji?
I'm doing good. I'm kind of I don't know. I feel like it's kind of cold, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling good. How you feeling about the new podcast? And we've been on this third week, right?
This is our third
So
episode.
so so how you feeling about it?
I'm feeling great. I mean, much to my surprise, as I told you before,
Right,
just glad for the opportunity.
right, right.
And we're just getting started in 2024.
Yeah.
And I mean, God is just doing some magnificent, marvelous things. Everything is happening quick.
You know
Things
what?
are
I was gonna
accelerating.
say that. I can honestly say this here about you. Uh, if I tell you I need something from you, as far as the intro, as far as the whatever it is for the podcast,
Yes.
boy, you own it. I'm talking about
Okay.
you. You are on it, and
Thank
I and
you.
that I could appreciate because it make my job a lot easier. So I
Awesome.
definitely could appreciate you being. I definitely appreciate you being
Yes.
just so on it when it comes to your podcast because this is your podcast. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So I definitely, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Definitely being on point with everything.
I That's just what I do.
Yeah,
I just go at it.
yeah, yeah.
And that's just how I am. That's what I do. Thank you for joining, John Baker. Put it in the feed, if you will. Where you coming in from? Where are you coming in from? John Baker, Miss Monica. All right. Thank you for joining, Monica.
Yeah,
What city and state are you all in? Let us know in the feed today.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, so hey, that's what I'm all about excellence.
yeah.
I'm all about professionalism
Right.
and any way that I can make anyone's job better, easier,
Yeah.
any way that I can add value. That's what we ought to do here. We want to add value
Right.
to each other, and that's what I see, Kenji. I just see a lot of times, especially on social media, a lot of competition,
Right. Right. Right.
and
Right. Right.
uh, and so who are you competing with?
I'm gonna
You
tell you. I'm
know,
gonna tell you something. I run my race.
come on.
And that's it. I don't. I try not. I ain't running nobody else's race because I think that if I'm running my
Yes.
race and try to run somebody else's race, that's most straight. I'm already, got my race to run.
Right.
So jumping in somebody else's lane is just it's not for me. I
It,
can't multitask like that.
and it's not, it's
Yeah,
not for us. I mean,
yeah,
you think about just practically speaking.
yeah,
I used to run track,
yeah,
so when you think about a race, if you got out of your lane, you were
yeah.
disqualified,
Come
right?
on, come on.
And so that's how it is in life. We were all put here for a purpose.
Right,
And everybody's assigned purpose is different.
right.
And if I try to jump over into, I'm just going to use, for example, Mr. John Baker. He's
Yeah,
a law enforcement officer.
right.
There is no way in the world
jump in this lane, mess around and get yourself
Oh, I
took
get
out.
hurt.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
hmm
would be hurt.
yeah,
So I can't do that.
yeah.
So what you do to the best ability
Yes.
that you've been gifted and blessed and grace
And
to do.
I've been doing this for a long time. The podcast and the broadcast, and
Hmm.
we do like small TV shows, we do radio.
Yes.
So I've been doing this for a long time, and I've seen people come in, and it's not I don't get mad at people because they come in and want to learn. The thing that just kind of bothers me is all you
Hmm.
have to do is ask.
Right.
And I tell you, like I called you today and I asked you about
Yes.
the notary.
Yes.
So all you have to do is ask, and I'll give you the information, because I understand what it takes to do this. And
Yeah.
it take first of all, it take funding, it take money to do this,
Number one.
and then you got to be a person that's willing to get up and move without nobody telling you to,
Right.
and be on time
Take
and handle
initiative.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
So it's a lot that come with this, and then you got to know the back end, like you
Mhm.
got to be computer savvy,
You do.
tech savvy. So
Yes.
I don't mind giving you the game. I've seen a lot of people come in, sneak, and try to do whatever,
Right.
and they're no longer around.
Hmm.
When we could have just stayed working together, and you could have learned.
You could have learned. Yeah,
You could
that's
have
it.
learned. So
Learn from the expert.
you
You
feel
know,
me? And
and
you
learn
know
from that person that has the experience in that
exactly,
industry.
exactly,
And I was thinking about that the other day as well, because many times we miss out because we're not willing to tap into
right,
that other person's
right,
knowledge, that other person's experience,
right,
that other person's expertise.
right,
And so sometimes we're just sitting on something, we're just sitting,
right,
and we can't move on or move forward
right.
because we're not willing to ask.
And another thing I can say too is that like if I try to take on if you try to take on what I'm doing,
Hmm.
what you gonna do is take on the stress load. So you ain't thinking about that, because it's a stress load that come with this.
Oh yes,
You understand
definitely,
what I'm saying?
definitely.
So getting stuff up on time,
Right.
making sure we got the right videos, the right sizes,
Yeah.
right
Oh
cut. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
We know about that.
So
Uh-huh.
yeah. So it's a lot of stresses that come with different things, and you've got to be careful on what you pick and choose to take from people,
You do.
because you're gonna take on that stress load and that
Well,
you
the
know
the thing to do is just really you need to really go back to your creator, your manufacturer,
yeah,
and ask him, what am
right,
I
yeah,
to do?
yeah,
Because we are all here for a limited time,
yeah,
but we all have a time period to walk out our purpose.
right,
And if I'm busy trying to walk out somebody else's purpose, in other words, trying to mimic,
yeah, yeah,
copy, or thinking I'm taking away from that person,
yeah,
well, I'm missing out on really what he has assigned me to do
right,
while I'm here in earth.
right,
And so the other day I was thinking one of my coaches has sent me this video to listen to, and Dr. Miles Monroe is one of my favorite ministers. He's deceased now, but he was talking about success. And he said, how do you measure success? And when you think about measuring success, are you measuring your success by somebody else's? That'll go again. We talking about running, the track, the competition. Are you measuring your success by someone else?
right,
Or how are you measuring your success? Are you measuring success? Are you taking an inward look?
right,
Are you measuring success by what you've accomplished?
right,
But you have to learn how to measure your success.
right.
See, your competition, the greatest competition is yourself.
Yeah.
And so, have I met my goal this week
Right.
or last week?
Right.
And so, how I measure up, did I get it done?
Right.
Did I get it done?
Right.
Or what else is it that I have the potential to do
Right.
that I am not doing or I have not tapped into? See, it's all about tapping into the reservoir that's on the inside of you.
You know what? For me, I'm gonna be honest. The less talking I have to do, the more successful I feel like I am.
Okay.
And that means if you walk in here, I don't have to say I do podcasts, I do this, I do this. It's either somebody sent you,
oh yeah,
or
I love
you
it.
see it and it speaks for itself.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So your work in other words,
speaks
speaks
for
for itself. And I love that you say that,
yeah,
because I get that a lot, even in my notary
right,
signing agent
right,
business. I get that a lot from title companies.
right,
And because I've performed or executed
right,
a signing a certain way,
right,
then hey, I heard that she's very professional,
yeah,
very
yeah,
meticulous, very detail
yeah,
oriented. And so when those lenders and title companies, when they receive those documents back,
yeah,
they're not having to come back and forth to me to
yeah,
say, oh, you forgot to do this,
yeah.
oh, you didn't seal this, oh, you got to go back to the clients. Now let me say this. Now there are times
Oh
that
yeah,
every now and then, okay, we've overlooked something,
you're
right?
human.
Right.
You're human. So, and
Yeah,
then guess what?
absolutely.
That's just gonna make you better for the next
But
time.
what I do with my clients is, when I get to the table, we're there for each other.
Yeah,
So I tell my clients, even though I'm servicing them, you're working with me and I'm working with you. So I
right,
need your help
right,
as well as you need
yeah,
my help.
yeah,
Because most of the time they are so grateful that I'm there.
right,
But I'm grateful that they're on the other side of that table, right?
yeah,
And so I say, well, you know what? I need you too. So if you see something
right,
that I've missed
yeah.
as your closer, please let me
Let me
know.
know. We
They
working this
appreciate
together.
it and
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
I
And I'm
like
going to
that.
tell you why they appreciate it. Is because everything that we're signing, that we're executing, and that we're notarizing and sealing, everything is on a time sensitive basis,
Gotcha.
because you have so many different aspects
Hmm.
involved. You have lenders,
Right,
you have underwriters, you have title companies,
right,
and there's a portion of funding that's going, a transaction that's going to happen
right,
in most closes.
right.
And so those lenders have
Everybody,
to get those
yeah,
documents back by a certain time. That title company has to get those documents by a certain time,
right,
because they want to fund their clients
yeah,
their money
yeah,
when they said that they were going to.
right,
And so again, we're going back to what you said about what you do.
right,
There's a lot involved behind the scenes.
yeah.
And a lot of what I do, there's a lot involved
And see, because
behind the
I
scenes.
think people say notary, they just think that you just okay. She just signed papers and
Oh,
that's
they
it.
don't think I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, she just signed papers. But I guarantee you, I know it's a lot to it. It's because it's paperwork.
It's paperwork.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so you have to be very, and then especially closing on something like a house.
Yes. Yes.
That's somebody's that's livelihood. That's
right.
So you want to make sure, and then you want to make sure that they sign the right thing, so it don't come back to haunt them in maybe 6 months down the line.
Right. And then it doesn't, because I always keep the client in mind.
Yeah.
It doesn't hinder or slow down their transaction,
Right.
because they may be expecting their funds by a certain time. Family may be getting ready to go on a vacation, or going across the country, or they need to pay off something by a
Right.
certain time.
Right.
So there's a lot of factors involved there. And
Right.
so, I'm very careful. So it's a lot goes on, people, when you decide to take on a business, being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors involved
Right.
in the background. And that's why I'm very big on businesses building foundation.
And one thing I'm gonna say about business is if you're not prepared to fail,
Yes,
you might as well get out of this thing.
absolutely.
Because you're gonna be
That goes with it.
you're gonna be heartbroken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Failure is a part of, and I don't even much want to say failure. I just want to say like learning experiences.
That's exactly what it is.
Because man, I've gotten to the point now. I've been doing this for man, at least about 20 years.
Wow.
I've been doing this about 20 years.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, yes, believe it or not, 20 years.
20 years.
MySpace. I started back in the MySpace days.
Yeah. Okay, you go way back.
Yeah. So, but since COVID, a lot of things have changed.
Yeah.
And so, I'm still trying to adjust to, just like we was doing the Instagram thing. I'm still trying to figure out the new.
Yes.
You understand what
and
I'm
it's
saying?
Constantly changing.
And so sometimes I feel like, because I had it so down packed.
Yes.
The new stuff is kind of throwing me off a little bit. So sometimes I'll be feeling like, man, I don't know about this.
You're not gonna be able to keep up.
Yeah, I can't keep, because now it's
that.
AI. And
Right.
AI is doing and I
Oh, I'm
told
so
myself
glad you're going
today,
down this lane.
I
Uh-huh.
told myself that today. I was like, okay, everything I had to tell myself today,
Yes.
you have to start fresh,
That's
new.
good. That's
I had
good.
to tell myself that today.
That's good.
Like you actually have to start over.
And that's nothing. Oh, I'm so glad you said that,
Jesus.
because in our professions, in
Yeah.
our businesses, in our
Yeah.
communications, in our life, we have to be willing to learn,
Yeah.
relearn, unlearn, and learn again.
Ah,
And so, this is the thing, even with education,
yeah.
a lot of people don't realize that they have degrees,
Yeah.
but their degrees are obsolete.
Yeah.
They're really no longer needed in the marketplace because the industries
Yeah.
have shifted.
Yeah.
And so you got to be willing to go back
Yeah.
and learn some new things.
You know
And
what?
oh,
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you today. Today I
yes.
went and the lady said something today because I went to a place today and I asked the lady, okay, y'all have an event. Do y'all need somebody to film it?
Uh-huh.
Normally people would say, okay, so what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got this many cameras, I can do this, I can do that, I can do it.
Right.
But you know what she told me? She
What?
say, well, the people that give me my budget, they're not gonna let me pay for that because we can just do our iPhones.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
I was like, oh my.
Okay.
So I'm like, so I have to approach this thing. It's different.
Different.
It's different
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't prepared for her to say that because I should have. Now that when I got in my car, I thought about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I should have told her, okay, well, if you could record with your iPhone,
Yes.
that's fine. But if you want
There you
a
go.
professional look,
There you go.
because we adding lower thirds, we adding titles, we adding intros, we had, you
Yes.
know what I'm saying? So
Overlays,
overlay, yeah.
outlays, and
So, but at the time when she
yeah.
said it, it threw me for
Right.
I
Because you
couldn't,
wasn't prepared.
I wasn't prepared,
Yeah.
and so I'm just in there. If I would have restarted back maybe 2 months ago, maybe I'd have been ready. But I told myself today, I said, okay, you gotta restart this thing
But
because
that's a learning.
it don't function the same way
Yeah.
as it did.
As it did.
Yeah, it
And
don't.
that's a learning experience. And
Yeah.
that's what you have to take,
It's
you
scary
know.
too. I ain't gonna lie. It's
Yeah.
scary because for the last 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I've been running it a certain way,
Right.
and I didn't have to be so into social media.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now it's like, okay, if you're not into social media, none of this stuff is gonna work.
Right. Absolutely. And see, and that's where that word comes in 2019, we had to learn how to do what?
Pivot.
Pivot.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had to learn how to pivot. And
Yeah.
so, and we still see 2023, we're still learning how to
Yeah.
pivot because the AI piece has come in.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't realize, yeah, it's with anything, even with social media. If you it's how you choose to use it.
Right.
But you can actually choose to use AI to leverage and to uh up level your business.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
So that's the component and the piece that I
Right.
like.
Right.
That you really can do a lot of things that will make your job as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, because let's face it, as a business owner in our early stages,
Yeah.
as we're building business,
Yeah.
we a lot of times we are the administrator,
We
we're the
everything.
video
Janitor,
we
the
everything.
bus driver.
Yes.
You the
We're
everything.
everything. We the
The
data
iron,
entry clerk.
yeah, the ironer. You got to iron your clothes. You got.
Yes.
I mean, you everything.
We everything.
Yeah.
And so if you can take a tool
Yeah.
and use it to help you
Yeah.
to make your job easier. Let's think about it, audience. Think about it. On your jobs, those of you that work and have worked, you are always looking. Somebody talk to me in the feed. Are you always looking for ways to do your job more efficiently,
Mm-hmm.
easier? Are you, in other words, are you looking to streamline your job? So it is the same thing in a business.
Right.
We're always looking for ways to streamline what we do, not taking from the value component,
Yeah.
the value proposition
Right.
that we add.
Right.
Because
Right.
we are serving people,
Right. Right.
right? And so for me, I love to service people.
Right.
I'm a person of service. I know that I was put here. God put me here to serve people. He said the one that was going that is the least, let them serve. I
Right.
mean, that's going to be the greatest. They are to be the servant.
Right.
And so when I can encounter and interact with people,
Yes.
because AI can never take the people component.
Exactly.
And that is what you have
Right.
as a professional, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur,
Right.
as a community activist, as a minister, whatever it is that you do, it's the people's component. And so this
Yeah.
is why certain jobs
Yeah.
are not obsolete and
Yeah.
never will be.
Yeah.
So you think about people that are
Medical field.
medical field.
Yeah.
You think about human resource
Yeah.
directors and
Notary.
people, counselors, notary.
Yeah.
People will always need
Mm-hmm.
these individuals,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So you have to, if it's someone or it's someone in your family, maybe they're a young adult that's looking to repurpose themselves, or even trying to decide what arena or
Mm-hmm.
industry
Street.
that
Yeah.
I need to
Mm-hmm.
go into. I tell you this: do your research. If it's you want to look at if it's something that they're replacing now with AI, I can name a few jobs that they are,
Yeah.
and some jobs is gonna pretty much be
And
out the
I'm gonna
water
tell you,
anyway.
like AI saved me in one incident. I did a park, and it was my first time using the AI deal. But what I did was I recorded a podcast, and the volume on the podcast was kind of low. So
Okay.
I was like, okay, dang, how can I do this a quick way? So what I did was I just YouTube, like, okay, how can I raise voice? And so they said, okay, you can use this AI tool.
Okay.
I put the audio in there.
Okay.
Man, and the audio came out sounding so nice. The guy who I did the podcast, he was
Yeah.
like, man, how you fixed it? I was like, yeah, I tuned it up. But if you see this,
You
you know it was
tuned it up.
AI.
Yeah.
It was AI that did it. But yeah, it was it really worked, and it really helped me out.
Yes.
But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I had to be the one that the AI couldn't load it up.
Come
I
on.
had to load it up. I had to. You
Come
understand what I'm
on.
saying? So
That's
I get what you're saying.
That's that human aspect.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so those that are in fear of thinking about AI is going to take over, AI can never take over a human aspect.
Right.
AI can never communicate a smile, right? AI can never communicate just a warm feeling
Right.
that a client or a employer or
Right.
employee gets
Yeah.
from that individual.
Yeah.
AI can never negotiate a contract
Yeah.
that you have on the table.
Yeah. And then too, you know, a lot of times when you sitting down with people be going through stuff.
Yes.
And so they sit down and they talk to you about
Absolutely.
problems, you know what I'm saying? And just need to hear a word or two, you know what I'm saying?
Because we were created
yeah.
to fellowship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Koinonia.
Yeah.
We were created to fellowship and to commune
Yeah.
with each other. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how we were created. And that's the way it's supposed to
And
be.
then you know what? And I'm gonna say this here: AI can't encourage.
Come on.
And that's a big
AI
thing.
can't heal.
You understand what I'm saying? Because
Come on.
because when again, it's sometimes when I'm sitting in here and like you came in early and you was like, my shirts, you know, when you looked at them, oh, that's so nice. That encouraged me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That really encouraged me. Okay, you know, you done your thing, you know, and it made me feel a certain type of way.
Yes.
So yeah, AI is really doing its thing.
It is
AI and but it can't replace us.
It can't replace us. So you know what, audience, you are the commodity.
Yeah.
So don't worry, you know, just use the tool for what it's intended. You know, use it for your benefit, whether it's, you know, whether it's for your business, use it to leverage to scale, because you are the commodity.
Right.
So I'm glad we talked about that AI piece. So, you know, I kind of want to shift over to a couple more things, and I do have some announcements here I want to kind of send out there. Again, we have a couple events coming up. I have a couple events coming up February the 10th, the second Saturday in the month. I will be at the Unity Prayer Breakfast as the speaker.
Okay.
And so those that can and will join me in Bay City, Texas, the tickets are only $12.
Mm.
You will get breakfast. So I ask that you join. And if you cannot attend, I just want to ask you for your prayers as we go in and just minister to the needs of God's people. My very own sister Sandra Hayes, she will be joining me. She
Mm.
will be the psalmist, the minister of music at that event. And then we have coming up in April, the Powerful Journey 2024, the Powerful Journey Women's Conference with Miss Phyllis Jenkins as the host in McKinney, Texas, April the 20th. You can register online and you can register virtual for a virtual ticket, or you can come in person. We will be on stage with other authors sharing our stories from our book. Also, we will be doing our book signings there as well. And so we were just really excited about this upcoming conference. I will also be conducting a workshop. I've been
Mm.
I've been tasked with doing a workshop, and
Mm.
so I am so honored and so blessed to be planning for the workshop at the conference. So those are the two events. So I ask that you would just support us in this as we continue to move forward.
Yeah.
But it was one thing this morning, Kenji, that I woke up
Mm-hmm.
this morning and it was just so heavy on my heart. And I just got to thinking because I wanted to kind of talk about today the brevity of life.
Mm-hmm.
The brevity of life. That was really heavy on my heart. I had a friend last week. You know, she lost a sister-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of telling me about what had happened.
Right.
So, you know, she was sick. You know, one day on a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then she was sent to the hospital, and then less than a week she was gone.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we talk about the life insurance. So those of you that are in need of life insurance and you need an agent, I can help you with that with the final expense planning.
Right.
And so I was just thinking about how short life is and how brief it is
Yeah.
and what we need to do while we are here as soon
Yeah.
as we can,
Yeah.
so we don't have time to waste.
Yeah.
And so, you know, my heart goes out to families when they don't have a
Yeah.
plan in place.
Yeah.
And so this is why, you know, we're talking about planning ahead,
Yeah.
planning for your future,
Right.
because your future is not just about you, but there's other people involved, your
Right.
family, you know,
And I
and
think
those are the people
I,
that,
I think a lot of times people not really like us, because I'm gonna speak for myself.
mm-hmm,
I wasn't really educated until a lady came and did a podcast.
mm-hmm,
So I wasn't really educated just on the life insurance. I'm living just day to day, hoping that don't nothing happen. Yeah.
right,
And so when she started breaking down just everything and breaking down things,
yes,
I realized that I'm living to make sure that the people who my wife, my kids,
yes,
they good.
right,
That's why I'm living. You
right.
know what I'm saying? And if something happened to me, I can make sure that they good by making sure I got insurance.
Absolutely.
You
And see,
know,
and the thing about that, so, you know, you have that insurance in place, and we cater to the final expense side
right,
with with Senior Life and Legacy. Um, but what that does, even if somebody may say, well, I already have insurance, I don't need it. But what that does, like you said, as far as legacy and and inheritance, the
mm-hmm,
final expense side of insurance, that particular policy is going to protect and secure what you already have in place,
right,
right?
right,
So if you have a $500,000 policy out there, you know, that one is just going to protect. And that's going to, you have to look at it from the perspective of, um, I'm leaving an
inheritance.
inheritance,
Yeah, yeah,
because that in essence is your inheritance that you're leaving.
right.
And then that final expense plan is going to take
Yeah,
care of
of the,
everything with
yeah,
your funeral, your
exactly.
services, everything around that
Right,
and some.
right.
And so you have to look at it from that aspect. And I've always been told from the gurus, the more insurance you got, the better.
Better, yeah, yeah. Because I think I want to add. It's not even much to think. I know I want to add to. I know I want to add to. So,
Yes.
so yeah,
Yeah.
the more the merrier, I
And
guess.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so, you know, and with, you know, Senior Life with Legacy, you know, you get the advocate, you get the people, the team that's going to work for you
Yeah.
when that person passes away or you pass away. So you don't have to go into the funeral home and take your policy
Right.
that you already have. And then when you look at the bill of sale, it's up to the amount that you have with your policy. So say for instance, you have a $30,000 policy and then your funeral is 20,000
Yeah.
because you've taken that policy in, and so they know what you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everything costs, people.
Yeah.
Everything around any type of services costs.
And you know what? A lot of people scared to have that conversation
They
because
are.
they might think it's offensive.
Right?
Hey, we need to get you prepared. We need to,
It's all
something.
about preparation.
Yeah, we need to prepare for the.
Hmm.
So and I was like that. I was one of the ones that's like, okay, well, why are we having this conversation?
Uh-huh.
I'm good.
And then some people think, well, if I have a conversation, something's
Gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
Yeah,
Well, no,
yeah,
no. It's called wise planning.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's called you coming out of yourself and thinking about the people
yeah,
that are connected to you,
yeah,
that love you.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
And so, because if you leave here and don't have nothing in place, I promise you,
yeah,
the people that you leave and have to be responsible, they're gonna be mad
yeah.
as ever
You go hit
at
that
you.
GoFundMe,
Oh yeah.
fish fries.
Oh yeah.
Jesus,
Oh yeah. And then go fund me, you know,
they got that. Yeah,
they're
they
gonna
get the.
take their percentage off the
Yeah,
top before you even get any funds.
yeah. So they live 5,000,
Yeah.
live 2,000.
Yeah. Is it worth it?
It ain't gonna work.
So is it worth it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So um, those of you that are out there that you're procrastinating
yeah,
and call me at 979-334-2648. Let's have
yeah.
the conversation.
And,
Let's
they,
sit
and
down together.
and when I got mine, it was so easy. I didn't have to go to no building or nothing like that. I
No.
just brought what the documents that was needed.
Hmm.
Bam, and the next day she did it all right then,
Yeah.
and I was good. So
Because
um,
we'll sit down
yeah,
with the individuals, and we'll go ahead and do an application
yeah,
right on the spot.
yeah,
We're able to tell you right then and there what you qualify, how much you qualify, and then you can go ahead and make that decision
right,
and make that choice.
right,
Because I'm telling you, people are leaving here so quick and so fast.
yeah,
We don't have time to play.
yeah,
And we want to make sure that our house is in order, that
yeah,
our business is in order.
yeah,
And when I talk about business, I'm not talking about the businesses we own,
yeah. You talking
but
about
I'm talking
yeah,
about our financial planning, our
right,
final expense planning.
right,
We want to make sure those things are intact. Now, someone out there may say, well, I have on my job, I have life insurance. I don't need it. Well, I'm a living witness.
mm,
I can tell you, what if something happens to your job?
mm,
I talked with a cohort on yesterday, and she was telling me that the company came in on Monday and laid off over 100 people on her job. Thank God she wasn't one of them.
right.
But what if something like that happens and it's unexpected? Then guess what? That life insurance on that job, it goes out the
Go, yeah,
window.
it's
I
gone.
promise you,
No
it
matter how
goes
much
out.
you paid on, no
It
matter
doesn't
you
matter.
could have been there 20 years and paid,
Absolutely.
and if they up, that's it.
That's it. It's gone. And you don't
Wow.
have anything in place. So those are the things, you don't want to take that for granted
Right.
because it could happen in a blink of
Right.
an eye.
And then as entrepreneurs, we definitely need to step up and make sure that we got
Oh,
insurance,
yes.
because we as
Yes.
entrepreneurs, we gonna
Yeah.
ride, and I'm guilty.
Yeah.
I rode for years,
Mhm. Mhm.
Luckily I made it to today,
Mhm.
but I rode for years, just not even really thinking about it. Just okay,
Right.
I'm gonna be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be here tomorrow.
Take life for granted.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be here, and I'm grateful that nothing happened, because if something would have happened, my family would have been
Mhm.
fish fries. And
Right.
I'm not saying it to be funny. I'm saying it to be
No, not
real.
at all.
I'm saying it to be real.
Right.
Because it was no plans to bury, no nothing.
Yes, nothing. And then what happens is when that hits a family,
Right.
I mean, you already are distressed. You're already just caught, it's
Yeah.
just so much burden.
So let me ask you this: what do you think about as far as being buried, the body or the cremation.
What I think about cremation,
Yeah,
it's all about choice.
yeah,
Because you have a lot of people nowadays that want to be cremated.
yeah.
You have people that don't want to be cremated. They
Right,
want the traditional casket.
right.
It's all
But
about choice.
it's
Now,
cheaper though
it
to
is
be.
cheaper.
Yeah, okay.
It is cheaper, but mind you, cremations have gone up too.
Right.
And then cremations itself, at the rate of happening, has gone up,
Oh,
and not
because people requested it.
in
Oh,
some cases,
yeah.
but in a lot of cases, not because they wanted to be cremated, but because
They couldn't afford
they couldn't afford it because
it.
they didn't have anything in place.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, so cremations, it's all about a choice. It's just
Yeah.
however you, and I'm just about,
That's some good
you have to
information. I never
honor.
thought about it like that because people
Hmm.
couldn't afford it. They getting cremated, so it drive the price up.
It drives, yes, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And then you think about COVID when it happened,
Oh
how many
yeah.
deaths it was
They had to
happening in
burn the
such a
body.
rapid.
Yeah.
People were just, dying
Mm-hmm.
off the scene.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people was not prepared. And so
Yeah.
cremations, became really, really, really popular.
Wow.
Now I do know some people that want to be cremated,
Yeah.
and that's fine. So yeah, that's all about a choice. But even with cremations, there has,
You
you
still
it
gotta
had,
have it in order.
well, yes. And then those remains have to be disposed properly.
Mm.
So, you still have merchandise involved.
Oh, as far as veils and stuff like that, if
Eh,
you want to keep them in
The
veils or
urn.
the urn. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no. I
Urns.
know what you're saying.
Right. Right.
Yeah, the urns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. So you don't even much think about that until till
yeah,
somebody really just
absolutely.
mention it. Yeah.
And so even with urns,
Yeah.
some people still purchase a grave and
Yeah.
they bury their urns.
Mm.
Some
I
people,
didn't know you can do that.
yes, yeah. So then, senior life. So because with senior life, they pay out within 24 to 48 hours. So then if you don't have a grave that you purchase, then you'll
Yeah.
have money
Money to go
cash in
get it.
hand to go
Yeah.
and get that grave
Right.
purchased. And so some people, they dispose of the ashes,
Yeah.
at a later date.
Yeah.
Or some people keep the ashes. So that's all about choice too.
Right.
But yeah, you can bury them. You can purchase a cemetery plot and bury
Mm.
the urn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Okay.
know. Yeah. So it's just a lot of things to think about. But, I admonish people to just really
Just
get it
yeah,
done.
get some type of get some type of insurance.
Get some type of
Yeah.
insurance, on yourself, on your children,
Right.
and even on your grandchildren. Now, it is some people out there, audience, that you even may have a family member that maybe they live a vicarious life,
Yeah.
and or maybe they're one that don't necessarily look out for themselves and take
Right.
care of business. You can get a policy on that loved one, with their permission, they'll sign.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. So you want to think about those things. And then, is there someone in your family that is dependent on you? They not
Mm.
necessarily of your household. They may not be your spouse. They may not be your child, grandchild. They may be a niece, a
Right.
nephew,
Right.
a brother, a sister, a auntie, or uncle. But you know that if something happened to Uncle Buck,
Yeah. You can
you
disperse it.
already know that, oh, that's going to be my responsibility.
Right.
So you want to go ahead and put something in place for Uncle Buck,
Yeah.
right? You
Gotcha.
want to go ahead and get something in for brother or for
Mm-hmm.
sister.
Right.
And again, with their permission, they'll just have to sign. But I guarantee you, they're not going to argue with you.
Nah.
But if you know that you're going to have to be the responsible person, or you and your family, or just you yourself, you want to
You want to make
consider
sure that
that.
they're straight. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Good
so
information. Good
yeah, just
information.
some things that I was thinking about today, how frail life is.
Yeah.
And things are happening so fast,
Right.
and it's just so important
Right.
that we have things in place. And even with just having our life in place, right?
Yeah.
And so I just kind of want to put a plug there, even because that was on my heart, about forgiveness.
Yeah.
And if there's someone that you need to forgive,
Right.
do it now.
Yeah.
The time is now.
Yeah.
because once the breath is gone out of our bodies,
Right.
it's too late. And that's on both ends of the spectrum.
Right.
So if something happened to me, and you had an odd against me, and you holding it,
Yeah.
you, you never
Yeah.
released it, whether you released it to me or
Right.
whether you just released it to God, right?
Yeah.
Turn it loose.
One
Do
thing.
it.
One thing I learned about that is this.
Hmm.
And I try to function off of mercy and grace
Hmm.
because it's been a lot of times that I told God, if you get me out of this,
Right.
I won't do it again.
We
And
all
I
done
know that
that.
He's been upset, but his
Uh-huh.
his mercy and His grace,
Yeah.
um, again, allow me to keep moving,
Yes.
to keep moving forward,
Hmm.
and the consequences definitely have to deal with the consequences, but the mercy
Absolutely.
and the grace, the consequences of me being mad at somebody may be
Hmm.
I don't deal. We still could talk, but I don't deal with you in that
Hmm.
specific manner, and that's
Right.
the consequences of what happened. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But that don't mean I have to be mean. That don't mean I have to tune you out. You
Absolutely.
understand what I'm
Don't
saying?
have to be rude.
Right.
You don't have to badmouth
Right.
that individual
Right.
to someone else,
Right.
because that's your reputation.
Right. Right.
Right? And so that is so true,
Yeah.
Kenji. That is so very true.
Yeah.
And it's all about, and sometimes it gets to that point where you actually have to set those boundaries.
Right. Right.
Because you start learning and understanding,
Right.
who can come in real close to you, who
But I'm gonna tell you
has your
something.
best interest at heart.
Let me tell you something about close. I was. Oh man, I got chills just thinking about that.
Oh.
Um, for me, I had a revelation about light.
Hmm.
And so it's like if I let somebody get real close to me
Mm.
and I give them all my light,
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
I give them all of me,
Yes.
my light.
Yes.
The minute that they turn their light off on me, I'm in the dark
Mm.
because I've given my light away.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So me, I don't want to give my light to nobody.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Because even my wife,
Hmm.
my family member, at any time they can turn their switch off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even though you turn yours off, if I got my light,
Come on.
it's still bright. I still can
Yeah.
see.
You can still
Imagine
see.
if the room go dark right now, what we
Ooh.
gonna do? We're gonna panic.
Right.
And most of the time when people upset you, they turn that light off on you
Hmm.
because you wasn't prepared for it. You can't see nothing. You just
Yeah.
in awe.
Yeah.
You panic.
Right.
Man, I can't believe they done that to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Shot. Yeah.
So imagine keeping your light.
Oh, that's good.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
So when they turn off that light, when they turn off their light
Yes.
on you, your light
Just
still
keep
shines.
yours.
So you still, you know what I'm saying? So for me,
Yes.
it's nobody that I want to give all of my light to.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Nobody.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about nobody.
Yeah.
No person.
Right.
Because at any time, I don't care who it is, it could be your kids.
It could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
Yeah.
The minute that they switch off on you,
Yeah.
if you've given up all your light,
Yeah.
you'll be in the dark. Trust me, and you gonna panic.
You gonna panic. Yeah, because
You
you
gonna
can't see your
panic.
way
How many
out.
times you been in the awe?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you did so much for you.
Yes.
Did so much. I did this for you.
Yeah.
And they turn that light off on you.
Right.
You
Oh, yeah.
panic.
Oh, yeah. But
How you gonna do me like that?
Right.
So instead of panicking, I just choose to keep my light. And if you want to say that
I
I'm
like
a certain
it.
way,
I love it.
I'm a certain way.
Yeah.
But I'm
I'm
choosing
good
from
with
this
that.
point on to keep my light.
Yes. We are the
To
light
keep my
of the
light.
world.
And see, guess what? And then I also thought about it like this. You see that space back there?
Mm-hmm.
That's just an area that's dark because
Oh.
it's light right here.
Yes.
So when you turn off your light on me,
Uh-huh.
you just the area
Uh-huh.
that's dark.
Wow.
And I don't even much we ain't even much really paid attention to that area.
Wow.
Since we've been here.
You know what? That makes me think of like giving your personal power, your energy away.
That's
you have to learn not to give it away. And because it'll drain you. It'll take so much from you if you giving it away.
Yeah.
But you got to learn how to maintain.
Yes.
You got to learn how to maintain.
Yes.
But we still have the responsibility to love, to forgive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we still got to maintain. We still got to shine in this world.
Let me love you. Let me love you in my light.
Yes.
Let
Yes.
me love you in my light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to jump in your light to love. I don't have to jump over there to love you. I can love you from right here.
That's where it starts.
You understand
It
what I'm
starts
saying?
with
I
us.
can love you from right here.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we get caught up in the other people's problems. We get caught up
Right.
in the other people's situations. We get caught up in the other people's thoughts, and we jump into their life.
Jump into their life, yeah. And we got to be able to.
I hope it's making sense of what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
hope
we
it's
got to be
making
able
sense.
to discern what's for us and what's not.
Yeah.
You know, we just got to be able to discern, because
Yeah.
if it's not for us to, that's even in helping someone.
Exactly.
Your eyes got big.
What?
We got to be able to discern, are we supposed to help this person?
Yeah.
Because sometimes what happens, we may be handicapping
Yeah.
them.
Oh, yes.
You know, or we may be coming into allegiance with something that we don't know what's happening in the background.
Yeah.
And it goes against our values,
Yeah.
our principles, and what we stand for.
Yeah.
And so we just have to be able to discern
Yeah.
and to make the decision, am I supposed to
Yeah.
proceed?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So a lot of times when we see that warning sign, we need to okay, maybe we need to
just let
stop,
me
maybe we
back.
need
Yeah.
to pause.
Yeah. Let go.
Yeah,
I
let
can't
God
fix
get
it.
out the way of God.
Yeah.
Get out
I
the way
can't.
of God.
Yeah. I can't
Because
fix
I've
it.
been guilty of helping people, and I really wasn't supposed to be
Yeah.
helping them, because God was the one really wanting to do the work.
Yeah.
But I was in the way.
You to fix it.
Yeah, I was in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so he couldn't do what he wanted to do to wait. But when I got out the way,
it's fixed. Yeah. Yeah.
when I
I've been
got
there,
out the way.
been there and done it.
Oh
Been
yeah,
there and done
yeah.
it.
So these are,
yeah.
life lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't let nobody, more what I was saying is just don't give people your light.
Right.
Don't give people your light.
Don't-
Be
yeah.
the light.
Be the light.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
we are
saying?
the light of the
Yeah,
world.
be the
We
light.
are the city that sits up on a hill.
Yeah.
And what it say? And it cannot be hid.
Yeah.
And so, when God's light is shining on us, I don't care how much we want to hide.
Yeah.
You can't hide it.
Nah.
You say you can't put it under a bushel.
Mm-mm.
You can't hide it, because that light is gonna come out.
Yeah.
No matter what.
It's gonna shine.
It's gonna shine. And that's what it's supposed to do.
It could be a light a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
And if we look, now if we got bad vision, you probably can't see it.
I can't
But
see
if you look, you can see a little dot, and it's a light. It's just shine.
It's light.
It's light. Know it's light.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm just saying. Don't
so
let nobody
when you
take your
said
light.
there's a little light and we looking, and there's still light. And so what I heard was, for someone, there's still hope.
Yeah.
I don't care how grim or dark your situation may seem to get sometime, whatever you may be facing, whatever has come to you that not necessarily favorable or that doesn't feel well, remember this: there's always hope.
Yeah.
And God has always got a plan going on. We are, we always got something happening in the background. But if you just hold on and keep the faith, I promise you that you're going to see the manifestation. You're going to see the result of what it is that you've been waiting on. Maybe you were going through that test or that trial, but that test and that trial was building your faith, was building your patience. But God has a plan just for you.
Like the old lady used to say, and an old lady in the neighborhood, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
Just keep pressing. Just keep moving.
Yeah.
Just keep pressing.
Yes.
You're gonna be all right.
Keep pressing. And keep trusting.
That's believing and trusting. That's the whole.
And trusting in God Himself, because I'm telling you, when we have put our trust in other people,
right.
they a lot of times have failed us. Right. Not necessarily that
Take that light off.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, some of them cut their light off by choice.
Yeah.
And sometimes they didn't necessarily realize it, but that's because God allowed it, and He wanted you to see and I to see that I didn't tell you to put your trust in them no way.
Yep, that's the whole
because
thing.
Because it wasn't even about them; it's about me and you.
That's it right there.
Right?
I'm telling you, I bear witness. I'm guilty of it, and I'm going through it. I'm going because I know that you should rely on Him.
Yes.
and nobody else.
Absolutely. Now,
Now,
now, don't get me wrong. He uses and he works through
through other,
people.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I understand that part, but just solely relying on you, nah,
Can't do it.
I can't.
Yeah, I've learned. I've learned some
Yeah, yeah,
valuable lessons.
right,
You know, but
right.
he
So
is.
speaking of God, and I want to show you.
Yeah,
I
that's what
want,
I'm talking
yeah,
about. I'm trying to
I
get
want
that
them.
too. You must
So
have been.
if you look at my shirt say true. So it's
Yes.
true statement, clothing,
I'm all
clothing line,
excited. I'm opening it up. I feel
and
like it's Christmas time.
yeah, she got her shirt.
I got me a shirt.
It's black and purple,
Y'all know I
and
like purple. Give me.
what it says true,
Uh-huh.
and then at the bottom you see right there what it say right there.
It says, God loves me now and forever.
And that statement is true.
And it's true. That's a true statement.
Yes.
So God loves you all now and forever. And I'm telling you, if you want this shirt, you can reach out.
Yeah.
You can put it in the feed if you're interested in the shirt, or reach out to me. And
Yeah, we
Kenji
definitely.
can get any
Yeah.
color. Y'all know
Yeah.
purple is my favorite color.
Yeah. So yeah.
So
Yeah.
hey, you
That's
can
it.
get whatever color you want.
That's it. Yo, you can do black, pink, whatever color you
Whatever,
want.
blue.
Yeah. And again, mine says true, and mine says true statement, clothing. So I'm just representing the brand. But
Yes.
the true statement is God loves me now and forever.
And love, yes.
God loves
And that
me
is a
now.
true statement
That is
that he loves us all now
yeah.
and forever. Okay, Sandra Hayes want a blue one.
Okay.
Okay, tell them what information she needs to put
Okay,
in the
so
feed.
if you you can go, the shirts are $20, and you can go to Cash App and Cash App GMT Radio. It'll be $ GMT Radio. You Cash App to $20, and in the info you can send me your
All right.
you can send me your phone number, or you can call me. You can text me at 832-372-6874. That's 832-372-6874. And I'd rather you text me or call me.
Yes.
And you could text me with the size, the
Yes.
color you want, and and yeah, once you text me, I'll be able to get all the information from you.
Yes.
And then we'll set it up to where I can either mail it out or bring it to you if in the Houston area. If
Yes.
you're not in the Houston area, I definitely can mail it out to you.
Absolutely. John Baker said, "Do you have red?"
Yeah, I can get. You
got
can get.
red. Any
You tell
color
me
you
what
want.
color you want. It's gonna be red. It can be red and yellow, red and black, black shirt, red, white, and whatever you want, whatever color you want, we got it.
Got it. All right.
Again, the number is 832-372-6874.
Now, look. Now, wait a minute. Let me show you the last one.
Yeah,
so this is my other one. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all might
That's
want
that
both
green
like
and
I
gold.
did. Okay, this is green and gold. Beautiful. Emma Green. Worship and praise. To God be the glory.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess what colors you can get that in too?
Oh, you can get that. You can get that in any color too.
Any color too.
So it's worship and praise. Let me see. Bring that worship and praise.
Yeah. I just got the green. Y'all know.
Yeah, it's green and gold on this
green
one.
and gold.
Yeah, that one there is nice.
Yes.
That one there is really nice. That's green and gold. So yeah, if you want shirts that, like I say, they true statement shirts, worship and praise, to God be the glory. That's another true statement that I have. So if you like that, Sandra, it is GMT Radio, $ GMT Radio. Again, my number is 832-372-6874. We could do we got the purple.
Yes,
I remember that. Yeah, purple. We got purple. We got any
red,
color you
we
want.
got blue.
Just text me the color of the shirt you want.
Black and white.
Yeah. Just text me the color and the color of the logo that you want.
Yes.
And just let me know, and then we definitely,
size.
And your size, and I definitely get it to you. I've mailed them out to other people. Other clients. People have actually did it from live, because I go on other shows, and so Absolutely. And they love it.
All right.
And then if you're in the Houston area, I can bring it to you.
Okay. All right. And if you connected to me, that's my sister, so I can give it to you.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Thank you all for doing that.
Yeah,
yes.
So you like it?
I love it. Yes. Oh, I'll be wearing my shirt.
Yeah,
I'll be
green.
seeing
That green.
I like that green.
That purple too, though. When I seen that purple, because I hadn't done nothing in purple.
Okay.
Yeah, I done pink.
Okay.
Pink and black. But yeah, that purple, I was like, Ooh, that purple is
Okay,
nice.
now, yeah, I like that purple. I makes
Hmm.
my mark with them purples. Now,
Yeah. So
I'm a pioneer. I'm a trendsetter. So a lot of times I'm the first one to do a lot of things. So
okay, they said
I
the
love
number
that.
again. The number again is 832-372-6874, and I'm gonna put it down at the bottom. I'm
Yes.
gonna put it down at the bottom. So
So we'll run it
so
down
yeah,
there.
so you can see it. Scroll, and then I'll put it down at the bottom so
Okay.
y'all can.
Yeah, so
Mm,
get your shirt. And that's what we do here, Unique Foundations Enterprise. And here at the Angela Hayes podcast, as a business owner, we support other businesses. And so I just want everybody to see my shirts. So I knew that you all would love them. So we appreciate you for supporting GMT Broadcasting. And again, we ask that you will go to our YouTube channel, Angela Hayes, and hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell, and that you continue to follow us here on the show. We do again have our two events coming up, our speaking engagements that we are really, really excited about. And so this, we're wrapping up our third episode
yeah,
here. So we're coming down to the end
yeah,
of the month. And so I want to say to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, we are working on something for you coming up. And even those that are in the professional industry, and you are a voice in your community, in your family, whatever it is that you do, get prepared, get ready for the podcast here at
right.
Angela Hayes. And we will be rolling out some things
Yes,
new coming
yes,
in February for you to participate and be a part of. So, again, here at Angela Hayes Podcast Show, Life Without No Limits, we appreciate you for joining us,
yeah,
for putting in. We had John Baker, he was in from Lake Jackson,
yeah,
Texas. Miss Monica Aguilar from Huntsville, Texas. Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
And so we just thank those that are joining and those that will see this video live. We are here to bring you a life without no limits, to
Right,
live
right,
your life in a way
right.
that is not out of control, is not crazy and all off, but live your life to the fullest, to
To the
what
fullest.
God has given you in this earth. But remember what we talked about today,
Yeah,
and putting your final expense plan in place,
right,
planning for your future and for your family's future.
right, right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say this here. I see that they said, "What's the number?" The number is scrolling across the bottom, and
Yes.
all you do is text me your size. Once you make the payment, I go get the shirts, I print the shirts, and then I mail them to you. And just it's like $20. So
Yes.
just like I said, the Cash App is GMT Radio, $ GMT Radio, and I will get you those. I will get you those shirts, and we'll be good to go.
And then Mr. Baker has a question. He says, "What sizes do you have?"
Yeah, any you just tell me your size, and I get the size.
So any size. There's no
Yeah,
size is too
yeah,
small or too large,
yeah,
Mr. Baker.
yeah.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Miss Carmen. Thank you, Sandra. Those that I can see so far that has chimed in. Again, we thank you for joining us for our third episode, Angela Hayes Podcast, Life with No Limits. God bless.